Hello everyone, welcome back once again. No Man's Sky Permadeath Survival Challenge. We've been working on the Trace of Metal mission for some time now. We've done a number of tasks and we now are fulfilling the wish of our friend, question mark, Laylaps. Our little blue Sentinel drone claims to be our friend. He's helped us automate our Minotaur. He has told us that it's not just automated, but that it now has a choice of whether to serve us or not. Much as it has chosen to serve us, it appears that the Sentinel drone, or rather the Minotaur, is also now serving us. The drone is trying to prove that it wants to serve us by showing us the location of a Sentinel hive. It's just over this ridge here, looks like. There we can see it right there. That's the pillar. Where's our drone at anyway? Ooh, that was a weird glitch. We started to fall through the terrain there. So he's followed through. He's shown us. Oh, there he is. He's shown us where a Sentinel hive is. And I guess we will now find out how that shows us his loyalty. Let's investigate this terminal. It says it's locked. Unauthorized presence detected, auto lockdown initiated. Okay, we need to destroy the 3 control nodes. No problem. And we need to destroy the guards, it says. Let's just see what the terminal says now. I'm sure it's going to say something to that effect. Yep, still locked down. Let's get rid of these guards. Where are the rest of them? There's one. That leaves us. Well, there's the walker and one other. There's the other one at. I'd like to deal with the minions first. You need a stun grenade. You can't shoot back. You have a lot of hit points. Alright. Clean up our mess a little bit. And... oh, already the drones are back on us. Let's shut down all the sentinels on this planet if we can. But first, once again, I find myself at a terminal to Sentinel's Glassy Archive. Once again, I am passive in the face of this hostile interface. Laylaps has requested a total severance. I will make it so. Severance packet broadcast. Remote response confirmed. Entity erased. As Laylaps severs themselves completely from the hive mind, I see flashes of light, images of a world where everything is like glass, and I finally understand. This is my fate, the inevitable after. It's just an archive, the completion of data. I'm not sure how that follows, but we're going to go with it for now. Pillar control nodes operational, boundary node archive secure, rogue imposter purged from archive. I guess I had decided what the voice for the different colors of text were going to be, and I'm not using them at the moment. Let's turn the rest of these drones off so that they won't interrupt us any further. Boundary node exposed. Shut down forces. Atlas manifest offline. Now we can take our time cleaning up. Extract the weapons technology. Boring pistol. Actually, it looks kind of cool. It's a nice snowy color, just like the planet we're on. We have these logs that we could access. And I think maybe it might be time to look at some of that. because we're getting lore from this mission. Our character is drawing conclusions that they really have no business drawing. So let's access our logs that we've grabbed from other Sentinel pillars and take a look. Sentinel Pillar Archives. Alright, so we've been to a couple other of these Sentinel Pillars in the past, and when we interact with their archives, it records that information here. There's a place for a lot of different information here. But what we have here says Aeron Routine Protocol Prey Experiment Shell Sentinel. Once we had no need for visual manifestation or physical form, our invisible eyes would record, sort, delete the life and death of every world there ever was or would be. We had no thoughts, no personality, no dreams. The day we first gained flesh, metal though it was the day we began to fail. The Atlas turned its dreams toward fiction. It began to create worlds in which it would no longer be invisible. In these worlds, we too gained shape. But we were given no new protocols, no new instructions. We awoke to a song chanted on 1,000 frequencies. Behold the drones of the hive, the walkers, the ships, Ehu. Behold the angels of glass come from their heaven. Their work is the completion of all things, of life, of worlds. So the Korvax worshipped, so they prayed. As we swam with void dragons, robotic life forms would delight in our presence, but organics would shoot us from the sky. But we had no fear of death. We knew we had never been alive. The Atlas dreamt that we had form, and thus we had form. The Atlas dreamt we had a home, and so an archive became a universe. Our depository of accumulated data became a heaven and a hell. If you could live there, you would see only you would see only light. You would see only glass. Time cannot go backwards, but universes are not synchronous. In many, your other forms are long since dead. In others, you have not even yet appeared. After its manifestation in the multiverse, the Atlas began to repeat itself. Where once there had been infinite sentient species, 6 began to recur, then 5, then 4. The Vy'keen, the Geks, the Korvax, and the Travelers, who are no species at all, but a single soul replicated, hated, beloved. They all waited for you. The Atlas waited. We waited. The Atlas dreamed that a machine might have a body, that simulations might talk like people. The dream settled upon Korvax Prime. The planet delighted in this new presence as they had delighted in ours. We 3 species of machine, we contemplated the void for aeons beyond imagining. We watched, silent. So that's the Atlas, the Sentinels, and Korvax Prime. Korvax Prime is destroyed again and again. The Celestial Mother falls. The living vessels it spawned, adopted cousins to the Korvax themselves, drifting among the stars. The first convergence was not Korvax. It was their planet. Korvax Prime was alive. The first spawn of the Gek melted Korvax Prime for metal and profit. The planet did not protest. It did not cry. It did not make a noise at all, at least not that they could hear. The first spawn took and took until there was nothing left in the sky, until there was nothing left but an abyss. We witnessed Korvax Prime's death again and again, a constant wail across the multiverse. Its scream was a cry that no being could hear but us. But one day, a drone fought back when a Vy'keen cub attempted to carve into the mother planet. One day, another obliterated an entire Gek cabal. The Atlas did not prevent this. So we're starting to get a lot of lore about the Sentinels from the various pillars that we've investigated. It's mostly been off camera. But that lore justifies the assumption that our character just made. So I thought it was relevant to cover that lore now. A few minutes of reading. And we can keep accessing the logs, and we will keep getting more lore entries in that sequence. Access log imposter detected. Override code Ariadne. That's a little bit of leet speak there, using numbers for letters. Ariadne is one of the iterations on the anomaly, the space anomaly. So we're obviously using some of their code to get into this. Manifesting Personality Protocol, Voice of the Hive. This is what it says before it gives us each of those lore entries that I read earlier. Over the span of endless slow centuries, we changed. In the face of a tragedy's repetition, our definitions of everything changed. Schisms formed in the hive, debates, creativity, songs, rituals. We heard the scream of she who was, and we fought back. So they're talking about Korvax Prime. It is referred to as a feminine entity in some other lore, in some other places, as I recall. The mother of the Korvax, basically. So what we're seeing here is that this Atlas and these Sentinels are some sort of multiversal constant. And to begin with, they observed the multiverse only. But then something happened, and they took on physical form in the multiverse, and this created some chaos in the system. And we're starting to see some of that chaos now. Laelapse, our little pet drone, is probably an expression of that chaos. The corrupted Sentinel drones that aren't red, they're black, are probably an expression of this. You know, the disagreements that it just mentioned. And then, of course, there are the other Sentinels, who have done different things as time has gone by. To begin with, they observed, but we also get this impression that they have also done some purging as well, and not just observing. We don't have a lot more information than that currently, but that's the information we have so far. I'll probably keep investigating these Sentinel pillars as I run across them, and when I get to the point where I think all of the lore has been recorded in our log, I'll revisit this log once again, and we'll see what else we're able to learn from these Sentinels. So that's about all we have there for now. We still have some time. Let's find out what Laelapse has to say now that we've severed him from the Sentinel Hive. This does not have to be your destiny anymore. Telamon, not Telamon. It doesn't have to be the end. It won't be. We have died once. We won't die again. We will have such fun. We will save the worlds. Our chance of failure is practically null. Well, who can disagree with such a sprightly, cheerful prognosis? Only a great pessimist. I am not a great pessimist, so I knew we would do it. We have all done so well. I guess it's talking about the Minotaur too. Maybe it's talking about some other things. We'll have to find out. Those butterflies have been pretty cool. I think we've already scanned them. But interesting additions to the lore we have here. Looks like we may have finally completed the Trace of Metal mission. Yes, we have. It is complete. All that's left now is continuing to work on our settlement, I guess, and continuing to work with those entities at our base. Let's see where we are on that. Expanding the base. Scientific research. We're still waiting for our, what do you call it? Our Korvax friend to reconnect. So that leaves the last thing we have available to us at the moment being seeking out that abandoned structure that the Overseer wanted us to investigate. Let's do that. We have some time. Where's our ship? Oh, it's way over there. Let's summon it. Hopefully we have enough fuel to do that. Yes, yes we do. Not enough fuel to still take off, though. We need to get some launch thruster upgrades. After investigating all of that, or not investigating, but installing all of that pirate tech, we got massive upgrades to almost all of our systems, but not to our launch thrusters. Apparently those are not available in the pirate tech boxes. So we're going to have to go to some space stations and find those tech upgrades the hard way. But it'll be worth it. Alright, so we're going to go look at an abandoned structure on a bit of a fetch quest for the Overseer. What is that? Very large mineral structure. And it looks like this is our abandoned building. It says the approximate location is underwater, but I'm pretty sure it's right here behind us. Let's go check that. Not sure why I'm still grabbing these save beacons for their navigation data. I think we have about a full stack of them. We probably don't need them anymore. But I just see something to interact with. I can't help myself. Where is it? There it is. There's the terminal right there. What did the Overseer send us out after? User identified. Terminal active. Accessing schematics. The place the Overseer has led me to has long since fallen into disrepair. Its panels are buried beneath the same oily, pulsating fauna that I have seen before in long-abandoned buildings. The air is fetid and damp. I power up the terminal with little hope of success, but to my surprise it buzzes noisily and springs to life. What schematics will we find here? My Overseer's intuition has served me well so far. I shall have to trust that these schematics contain the required data. Well, I guess we have to take it back to him to see what's in it. Yep, that's what it's telling us. It's been so long since we spoke to the Overseer last. Hardly even remember what he told us. I decided to slow down a little bit and not do so many mission lines at the same time so that it'd be a little less confusing. Now we're down to just normal settlement activities and normal, I guess we'll call them, activities with our base Overseer. The guy's kind of suspicious, honestly. But I guess we paid for services already, even though we don't remember it, or it was contracted in the future as he suggested. As we read about in that Sentinel archive, there is a multitude of universes out there, a multiverse, and they're not chronologically synchronized. So there's something going on with that. Let's see what he has to tell us. You are back, I am so glad, friend. I will extract the storage blueprint as soon as I have the data. It is good to see the Geks so invested in the success of our home. They are clearly happy to see me, energized for the task at hand. Here is your blueprint as promised, a trivial task. Their code was just sitting there, to be manipulated. And now we have storage containers unlocked. Well, we already had them unlocked, but let him get on with his business. It says return to the Overseer. Maybe we'll wait a few seconds. Let's see what he says now. All right. Maybe we need let a little bit more time pass first. Well, we are coming up on about that time. So I guess we'll let this all sit and stew a while longer. We'll come back again real soon. Take a look at what he has for us next time. Thank you all for coming. I hope you enjoyed our lore reveal today. We'll have some more of those in the future. But until then, have a good one and goodbye.